Hey everyone. So today I'm going to show you how to make a gear very quickly and very efficiently in Autodesk Fusion 360. So with Fusion 360 there is already a built-in script that's basically a template, and it allows you to make a gear. Pretty simple. It lets you change all the different types of values you want, number of teeth and the size and thickness of it. And once you change all those options and click OK, it'll just automatically generate that gear for you. And so that way you don't actually have to sketch out a gear and really mess with it too much. It makes it really simple and easy, especially if you're trying to 3D print something for a project and you need a gear. So what you want to do first is go to the Utilities tab. And I'm working in Mac, but this should be the same thing for Windows. Not too much of a difference. So you want to go to Utilities, and there's going to be an option for add-ins, and click on the drop-down menu. And from here you have the scripts and add-ins, and click on that. And then a whole menu will pop up, and there's going to be a lot of scripts that are already in Fusion 360. And so we want to go to the very bottom one and click on the spur gear. And there's two different ones. There's just a different coding language. One's C++ and one's Python. But there's not too much of a difference. It's actually pretty much the same thing in terms of what options it gives you and everything. So as far as I know, not too much of a difference. You can choose whichever one. It's all up to you. I'm just going to go with the Python one for now. And so once you click on it, you're going to get a drop-down menu with a bunch of options in it. And it also has a diagram, which I find really neat because it shows you, what each option really changes or what it references to an actual gear. But the first option is going to be just the unit system, and English is inches and feet, and metric is going to be millimeters and meters. So I like working with metric system just because I think that Fusion 360 actually works more accurately with the metric system when it comes to 3D printing and dimensioning. But it's not too much of a difference where it'll make a big deal when you're 3D printing. But I like working with the metric system. It's honestly just up to your preference. So the second option is going to be the pressure angle. And honestly, usually you don't have to change this unless you have an actual specific one in mind. But leaving it at 20 degrees is completely fine, and it works. So the third option, which is one of the biggest things that'll affect your gear, is going to be the module. And it says it right up here that the module is the size ratio of the whole gear, and it calculates it with the pitch diameter over the number of teeth you have. And so this one will actually determine the whole size of your gear, because I know this is confusing. So simply put, it's just going to change the size of your gear. So if you want it smaller or bigger, you can change the module or the size ratio, and it'll increase and decrease it based on what you want. So we're going to leave that for now. I'm just going to make a sample gear here, and then I'm going to make another one to compare it to by changing different values. But right now I'm just going to go through all the options. So the next one is the number of teeth, and this one is so this is one teeth in a gear, and so what it's saying is how many teeth do you want in the whole gear, circling around. And so the default option is 24. But yeah, if you have like a gear ratio in mind, because most of the time when you're using gears, you're gonna want to have a driven gear as well. So there's gonna be like a ratio of what you want the driver and the driven gear to be. So we're just going to make a 2:1 gear ratio in this video, just as a sample, meaning the first one is going to be 24, and then the second gear is going to be half that for the number of teeth. But you should already know what kind of gear ratio you want. So yeah, this is the option that'll determine it. The fourth one, backslash, not much to say here. You can just leave it as it is. After that is the root fillet radius. That's right here. That's going to be the fillet and the root. Basically, in between each gear is going to be a little fillet, and you can change the radius. Again, I don't think that makes too much of a difference unless you already have a specific dimension for that in mind. But I'm not going to touch that one. Next one is going to be the gear thickness, and so this is going to be just the height of your whole gear from bottom to top. So if you want it to be thicker, you can increase it or decrease it depending on what you want for your project. Last one is going to be the hole diameter, and this is just going to be the hole in the middle, which usually you would screw it onto. So if you already have like a specific screw size in mind, or something you want to attach it to, then yeah, change that. But as long as it stays within the whole dimension of the gear, it should be fine. So yeah, I'm just gonna press OK for right now. Once you have all these settings in, and this is the gear that we get. So zoom out a little bit. So this is a spur gear with 24 teeth. I'm gonna unground this actually, so I can move it later on. And so yeah, so this is gonna be the 24 teeth one. So I'm gonna make this my, let's just say, driver gear, which is gonna be the one that's actually driving the second gear. So now I'm gonna go back to the add-ins and click on the script, go down. And so now what I wanna do is, since I wanna make a driver gear that's half of what this gear is, I will just change the number of teeth to 12. And everything else I will keep the same. It shouldn't make too much of a difference if I do change like the gear thickness or even the root fillet radius. Actually, no, the root fillet radius will change. Could potentially affect the way the gears will interlock with each other. So yeah, make sure you keep it consistent if you're making two gears that'll work together. But yeah, I'm just gonna press OK on that. And so I'm gonna have the smaller gear. Let me move the next one a little bit out. I can actually rotate it just so you can see how it fits inside. Maybe I'll actually move right here. Whoops. There we go, 0 degrees. And so you can easily just line this up, really. Line it up like this and then rotate it a little bit. Actually, wait, I'm gonna go back, pull it out just a tiny bit. So yeah, you can see that it's like fitting in perfectly, especially if you were to print these out and then actually spin them together, they would fit. So yeah, that's how to make a gear very quickly and efficiently in Fusion 360. Thanks for watching.